So, I've just come back off a 3-night camping trip with Mark and Charlie. Mark is a gynecologist and Charlie is a genealogist. The difference is one looks up the family tree and one looks up the family bush. Moving on. Great 3 days. Always pick the right people to go away with. We only went down to Brockenhurst at Holland's campsite. I'll put the picture up. Holland's campsite, which was a great campsite. The facilities were fantastic, but sadly it was next to a main A trunk road, and 24 hours a day was traffic going through. So when you got to 4 o'clock in the morning after waking up with all the noise of the trucks, it was like hard to get to sleep because the noise of the road was quite unbearable. However, I did have earplugs. I really should have used them. I really should have. But I was basically going to sleep at the end of the night after having a couple of pints and a couple of drinks of wine and all that kind of thing. So I was fairly tipsy, and that does help you to sleep. And that's what we're going to talk about today, camping equipment. Now, on this particular venture, I stupidly decided to take a brilliant tent, which is the Euro Hike Tamer 2. It's a brilliant tent. It's a 2-man tent. It's got an inner tent and the outer tent, and it does take some putting up. I looked at the weather and I thought it was actually worse than what it really was going to be. Had the weather looked better and I'd taken more notice of the weather report, I would have taken my 3-second pop-up tent, which are fantastic. Now, my 3-second pop-up tent is a 3-man tent, so there's lots and lots of space in it, and it's really good. Now, I know when you're looking at these camping videos to figure out what you want, what kind of equipment, what you want, the first thing is you've got to have a good sleep, especially at my age, 59 coming on 60. Charlie and Mark are even older. So I went and bought, a year ago, maybe even more, a big self-inflating bed. Not one of these tiny ones that fall into that. It's a big bed, but it gives a great sleep, especially when it's hooked up with a 3-season Berghaus sleeping bag. So that keeps you really warm. And if you're too warm, you just unzip it and just, let the cool air come in. So, there's a point there. Get a really good bed. I think this cost about £60. I'll put the image now from when I got it on Amazon. I don't think they sell this model anymore, but there's someone else that sells a very, very similar model. They are really worth it. She's going to start barking. The dog's going to start barking in a second. Right, back to the video. I've cut that bit out. So, this offers a really good sleep. It is self-inflating, but I often find that with one of those electric pumps for about £10, it gives it that little bit of extra kick to give you that support that you need when you're laying on the ground. This particular model, this bed, also stops the cold rising up through the floor to make you cold. There's nothing worse than being cold. And whilst I've got a 3-season Berghaus sleeping bag, which is brilliant, costs £40 from Go Camping or Go Outdoor, because they're always having a sale on. This stops the cold from coming up from the ground. And I know we're in a hot summer in August 2026. I know that, but at night the ground can still get cold. This has some crazy rating to stop the cold coming through to you, and it really works. I've had some real rubbish. Do you know those mats those bed mattresses that are that wide? and you struggle to stay on it, never mind get to sleep. I've had them and they're just a waste of time, or the ones that are that thick, it's just a waste of time, especially at my age. I need something that's a bit more comfortable, and that allows you to have a great sleep, combined with the Berghaus 3-season sleeping bag for £40. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Like I say, this tent is absolutely fantastic. What is it called? The Euro Hike Tamar 2. But these pop-up these 3-second pop-up tents, I'll put an image up if I haven't already done it, are really good. And I should have really taken that, because there's nothing worse than on the final day of taking down your tent and cleaning it off and all that. These 3-second tents are so easy, so easy. I've not got a link in the description. You can find it yourself. Just order yourself one. They're really good. You'll see lots of negative reviews on them. I've never had a problem with my 3-second tent. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've actually done a video review, 2 or 3 years ago, of the one that I have. It's been brilliant. Brilliant. And bad weather as well, it's been brilliant. But anyway, that's another subject. Second to that, take a decent seat that you can sit on. Yeah, one with a back, not one of those 3-legged seats that fold up that tall and that round. Get a proper seat with a back in it. This is a seat, it probably cost about £20, again from Go Outdoor. They're not expensive. And what I do is, I literally put all this stuff on the back of the bike. Yeah, on the back of the bike, put it all on, and then strap it with something super simple like this. Now, I know the straps all over and they're so expensive. Don't bother. Get something simple like this. And tighten it up and strap one round from corner to corner at back and back to front corner, and strap it all down on those 3 items. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. These cost nothing. These are pennies. And you'll get a pack of 5. Yeah? If I can remember, I'll put a screenshot up of where they are on eBay or whatever. These are fantastic for strapping down. Yeah? And bearing in mind, just as a bit of background, I've been all over Europe camping. All over Europe. I prefer to go in hotels, but I have been all over Europe camping, so I've got experience of this. That is a godsend. The bed. Just remember that. So, interestingly, I tend to leave all my kit in the pannier that I need. Cooking, I'll leave it in the tent. All the cooking stuff, I'll leave it in the tent. But my clothes and everything else, I'll leave in the pannier, which I will leave on the bike. When we go out for a ride, I'll leave the pannier on the bike. I don't put the pannier in the tent. I'm a bit paranoid that someone will eventually someone will go into the tent and nick the pannier. These pannier are expensive. Do you agree? Put it in the comments below. I think they're fairly expensive for what they are, but that's by the by. They are expensive to replace. But so I leave them on, whereas Mark took his off, ironically, for day 1, and then we went out for a ride, and then by day 2, when I'd explained why I'd left mine on, he sort of probably had an awakening, maybe not, maybe so. But he put his pannier back on his bike because they're locked onto the bike, and it's much harder for them to be stolen. Oh, what else is there? Be very minimalistic. Take clothes that you can throw away. So old underwear. Take old underwear. When you're finished with it after 24 hours or whatever, throw them in the bin and then put another pair of underwear on that you're going to throw in the bin. Same with your socks. Throw them in the bin. Use old socks. Take an old pair of trainers, not a new pair like this. Take an old pair where you don't mind getting a bit of mud on them or a bit of cow shit or something like that. Yeah, take old trainers and don't throw the old trainers away. Take them back home if that's your intention. But when it comes to clothing, chuck it in the bin. Yeah, just old t-shirts, underwear, and socks. Yeah, it's an idea. That's what I do. I tend to save all the old. You know when you get presents at Christmas from the kids, and they give you underwear and socks and that. I'll take my old socks and put them away for the next venture on the motorcycle. Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. And when you go camping, just chuck it in the bin and just do that cycle every year. It's just great. It works so well. What do you think? Do you do something similar? Tell us in the comments below. My goodness, the bike. This Tiger 800 XRT is 2016. Probably worth about £4,000. Look at this advert. It's a similar bike, 29,000 miles on this advert, but it's got full service history and all that good stuff. And he's reduced it from 4,900 to £4,000. That said, the second-hand market for everything has collapsed in the UK, or you tell me it has not, because nothing seems to be selling on Marketplace or eBay that's second-hand. New bikes are selling, but not second-hand. You tell me if I'm wrong. This bike, 2016, 10 years old, 24,000 miles now after travelling from Staffordshire down to the south coast of the UK and back. Absolutely wonderful. The beauty about the XRT is it's the top end range of the Triumph Tiger 800 of the time. So it's got cruise control, it's got heated seats, heated grips, it's got heated everything. It's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful bike. And if you can get one of these, I mean, if you went and had a look at that advert and went to the guy who's selling it, I guess he'd probably take 3,700. So the Triumph Tiger is a great bike, and you can get great value for money at the moment because no one's buying anything. No one's buying anything. What do you think? Have you been camping this year? You tell me, as I get bitten by a wasp or a fly or whatever. It's been absolutely fantastic this year. I'm hoping that I'm going to be going away in October abroad. On the 80-20 rule, there's a 20% chance of me going. I'm just thinking about doing a bit of work and things like that, and it will be October, so it should be a bit cooler. But if I got the ferry over to Santander and went into Spain, it'd be a bit warmer, wouldn't it? I wouldn't be going in, I wouldn't be camping unless I took the three-second pop-up tent, which is great. And this. And it's easy to take with these straps that cost nothing. What do you think, Susie? I don't know if you can see the dog, she's there. Absolutely wonderful. Tell me your thoughts. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. I haven't done much work on this bike. I haven't done much work at all. And I really didn't know how economical or uneconomical it is. It's slightly more uneconomical than Mark's Tiger 800. However, only by a couple of litres per full tank. But I'm getting 64 miles per gallon out of this Tiger. Is that good? You tell me. I think that's not bad at all. If I was going over to Poland, I think that would rise to somewhere in the upper 60s. Yeah, because the journey from Staffordshire down to the south coast involved many B roads, many A roads, motorways, all that good stuff. But I guess, 64 miles per gallon on this journey. This is what we calculated. And it's been faultless. It's been wonderful. There is a bit of a rattle, but that's because I've dropped a screw into there when I did some work on the bike and I can't find the screw. So I need to find that screw because it rattles when I start up. It goes jiggy, 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 until it finds its place again and then stops rattling. So I need to find that screw. I'm going to have to strip everything down. What do you think? One looks up the family tree, one looks up the family bush. There you go. You learn something new every day. What else was there that I'm going to tell you? I can't, we just had a great time. We had a great time each night because we couldn't cook at the site because everything's in tinder. Yeah, and I don't mean swipe left or right. I mean everything's ready to set on fire down south, and we couldn't cook. Went to some lovely restaurants. Lovely restaurants. The food was great. We were going absolutely wild. Everybody eats very conservatively in the UK, and me, Mark, and Charlie, we were going wild with laughter. And obviously, people are looking at us and that and thinking, "Oh, here we go, here we go." Three old farts. But we had a great time, and so can you. You can have a great time too. Get your mates together, your best mates, ones that you know, ones that you understand, ones that understand the budgets that are available when you go out for food, yeah? And so you don't end up spending twice as much as what you thought, yeah? And go and have a great time. Just go and have a great time with the guys. I'll see you soon. Ride safely. Be good. Bye bye.